This is Hannibal here from thehannibaltv.com with my weekly review of the points I find interesting in Dave Meltzer's Wrestling Observer. The big news in recent weeks for people on this channel where Kevin Sullivan has a podcast and tons of content is, according to Dave Meltzer, he was in an accident. We don't exactly know what this accident was, whether it was a medication related accident or I don't know what kind of accident it could have been, but I've heard it may have to do with blood clots. I really don't know the exact reason, but he's been battling for his life at times over the past few months. Sullivan's wife had asked for it to be kept quiet, but then his insurance ran out and he wanted fans and other people in the wrestling business to become aware of it. And as of right now, they were looking for $20,000 in GoFundMe. They have almost $50,000 in the GoFundMe. At one point, he had to go through emergency surgery to save his leg for whatever happened related to his leg. He's been battling sepsis and encephalitis, which I'm not going to pretend I know what that is. It does appear that he doesn't look healthy at all by the pictures, but let's hope that he's on the mend. In AEW news, the July 6th Collision, Rampage, and Ring of Honor tapings in South Haven, Mississippi had 2,497 total, including comps. The July 10th AEW Dynamite and Collision tapings. The 20,000-seat Calgary Saddle Dome had 4,500, which is actually good for AEW. This was during Stampede Week, where there's tons of people coming into Calgary for the Calgary Stampede. It was historically the biggest week for wrestling in the Stampede Wrestling days. The Von Erichs will be part of AEW's upcoming residency in Dallas area, where they're downgrading to a much smaller building for the Collision tapings, where I think they start soon and they're going to be there for about 6 or 7 weeks. AEW has had some good nights here and there, like the Calgary show was good for them, but overall their attendance is down. So it's going to be interesting to see how the smaller building that they're running regularly works out. WWE has recently released their fall schedule, and it appears they've cut out all house shows. There's only 2 house shows this summer, so it appears that they're just going to do TV tapings, where their sellout streak is long over, but they're still doing good overall for TV tapings. For instance, the final number in the building for Ottawa this past Monday, including comps, was 8,026. That building holds 20,000, but 8,000 is still a good number for Ottawa. SmackDown in Toronto last Friday night had 15,000 paid. Toronto, one of the biggest wrestling cities in the world. The NXT pay-per-view in Toronto did 9,000, where Ethan Page from the Toronto area won the NXT title. Lana has revealed she's done with AEW. This was an interesting situation. Stephanie Valker, who apparently held championships in CMLL and recently did a little thing with Mercedes Moné, is leaving CMLL with her titles and is signed with WWE, who is in Mexico this weekend. So she didn't finish her commitments to New Japan or CMLL and is going straight with WWE. This is kind of a slap in the face to AEW from WWE. The funeral for Sika Anoa, Roman Reigns' dad, happened over the last weekend in Pensacola, Florida. Roman Reigns, Rikishi, and Paul Heyman were all there. In Japan news, Dory Funk Jr. in his 80s is doing a match to honor his brother in Japan coming up soon. Davey Boy Smith Jr., who has been wrestling with All Japan, has apparently officially signed a contract with All Japan for the next 6 months. So there's the news. Please give this video a thumbs up. I have upcoming interviews with Kimberly Page, Greg Valentine, among others, coming up soon. So have a great afternoon. I'm heading out for a bike ride. It's beautiful here, Ottawa, Canada. And I am seeing Piper later today. Pancake, I'll be sure. Mike D, yes, who calls her Pancake. I'll be sure to do a video with her. Have a great afternoon. And make sure to subscribe.